you all for attending the golf and/or the dinner portion of the annual Ouimet Fund Pro-Am. How about a big round of applause for everyone at Wollaston Golf Club, our host today. Wollaston, one of our longtime club partners, just tremendous. Golf course was in fantastic shape, and what a treat to be able to inaugural year with their new reception area, bar, the pro shop, the locker rooms, incredible facility. Congratulations to everyone who's involved in that project. Before I turn it over to a representative from Wollaston, I'd just like to point out a few key people and personnel here that helped make today possible from Wollaston. The head pro, Jeff Martin. General manager, Charles Brandon. Our event manager at Wollaston, Sarah King. Dave Dwinell, the course superintendent. And Chef Mike Hogan with tonight's meal. Everything this afternoon. Thank you. So right now I'd like to call up past Ouimet Fund President, Trustee, and the Ouimet Chair here at Wollaston Golf Club, Terry Kennedy. Terry?
He gave me like 2.5 minutes, so this won't take very long. I have to tell you that I had a group today. I made them all get out and take pictures of the course, and they loved it. But they're probably not going to get invited back. I'm shocked if we don't win though. I'd be disappointed. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for your attendance and so forth. Ouimet and Wollaston Golf Club have a great history and a great relationship going way back. And it is so great to be able to host this event and have you all here. The planning for this started probably 4 or 5 years ago. We knew you were coming tonight, and so we decided to knock down the cart barn, build 15,000 square feet over there, and then redo all the facilities. We have a fabulous board of directors over the years, and a great board of governors, but we also have a couple of great leaders, and 2 of them are here tonight. Pat Kenny started this a few years ago, and he turned it over to Dave Gooding, and Dave Gooding turned it over to Jim. Where is he? He's sitting right in front of me, Jim Ferreira, and those 3 guys. Jim is probably going to say a word after I finish here, but those 3 guys did a fabulous job, and you really deserve an awful lot of credit. There was a lot of work done in a short period of time on the construction side, and an awful lot of work done on the planning side. So congratulations to you guys. We're very, very proud of what you've accomplished. Our relationship with Francis is extraordinary. It goes back to, I'm sure, before 1912, but in 1912, Francis at the old course, not this course that you played today, but at the course across the street there, which is now President's. He was the low qualifier over there and shot a 74 at the Wollaston Golf Club Open. That was in 1912, so that was his first exposure that he received any recognition. And then in June of 1913, as you might recall, he won the Mass Amateur here at Wollaston. And what's fascinating about that is in the back 9, he shot a 28 with 6 straight birdies, which is something that George Gooding is thinking about right now. And but anyway, just a fabulous history in terms of what he accomplished. He won that Mass Amateur, and that helped him qualify for the U.S. Open. It was one of the things. He did a few other things, had to do a few other things to qualify, but that was one of the major events here, so that was at Wollaston. He comes back in 1915, and there was another tournament here, and he also won that and received an award for it. A group of us over about a year and a half ago kind of did a little syndicate, and we went on, a couple of those plates were being auctioned off, and you can see them out in front. We were able to acquire them fixed them up and put a nice little story. It's out in our front hall out here. We presented it to the club about 6 or 8 months ago. So the history is very deep. We are very, very committed to the Ouimet Fund and everything that they do, and we're very proud of it. And I'd just like to take 1 second and introduce Jim Herrera to you. Jim is a fabulous guy, doing a great job as our president. He just wants to say 1 or 2 words.
Thanks a lot, Terry. Appreciate that very much. But the 1 or 2 words, you guys settle in for a few minutes. We're going to be here for a while. No, I'll make this very quick. Just thank you again to Terry. I certainly want to tell you that we're all very proud of the Ouimet scholars that have come through Wollaston over the years, and very proud of the work that Terry's doing. But you know, we have some great people, Bill Foley being one, who was Mass Amateur Champion himself, President of the Ouimet, President of the MGA, and President of Wollaston as well. And we were right to honor Bill some time ago, and a good friend of many of ours approached me and he said it's about time that we did something special for him. And Tom Reardon is the guy who made that call to me, and we turned Danny Shea loose, and that was an opportunity to commemorate all the work that Bill's done. You know, Tom is here tonight, and many of us are here to honor Tom himself, a guy who's been selfless, has given so much to the Ouimet over the years, and given so much to the game of golf. So I just wanted to take a moment to thank Tom and wish him well. All right, thanks very much.
Thank you, Terry. Thank you, Jim. And yeah, tremendous history, and so much has gone on since Francis won at the Country Club in 1913, and you know, a group of his friends. For those who may not know, maybe new to the Ouimet Fund tonight, 1949, his friends put together a scholarship fund to help kids get through college, and 6,000 Ouimet scholars later, and $38 million later, there's a tremendous legacy left here in Massachusetts. It all started with Francis Ouimet and Eddie Lowry. And something we like to do is if every Ouimet scholar or alumnus could either stand or raise their hand just to be recognized in the room tonight. They're here. Tom? Yep. Tom is here. And that's really what it's all about. I mean, no matter why we're here in the room, there's people from the banquet. We have so many banquet sponsors. I'll roll some of their names here. You know, the folks at the banquet, we have 1,200 people every spring, and they get together and celebrate the Ouimet Fund and celebrate, in particular, the student speaker who's on stage. 72 supporting clubs across the state. 155 clubs have scholars representing them. You'll see them on the bag tags. You see them on the plaques at the clubs. That's where you know what your impact is. The lifetime members, there's 300 individuals who stepped up above and beyond what they do at their club and says, I want to invest more. And they get to meet over 120 Ouimet scholars and alumni at the Investing in Lifetimes reception every June. Any lifetime members in the room, I encourage you to raise your hand as well for a round of applause. Endowed scholarship creators, taking that next step, that real one-on-one personal connection where you're investing in one individual Ouimet scholar to give them that extra boost, that extra encouragement, and then be able to meet them and interact with them on a one-on-one basis, and honor someone for perpetuity every year. We have 155 endowed scholarships, and I'd like anyone who's helped create an endowed scholarship to raise their hand for a round of applause. So it's all about the connections. Every year, we have over 400, this year 460 Ouimet scholars, and every single person in this room, whether it was a bag tag at your club, or creating an endowed scholarship, or helping tonight, you were able to allow the Ouimet Fund to invest in Ouimet scholars to the tune of $2.5 million just this year alone. So congratulations to you. And there's really nothing better, just like at the banquet, than hearing from a Ouimet scholar themselves. So tonight, we have a senior from Stonehill. Brian Bloom will be up here. He's a former worker at Larry Gannon Municipal Golf Course in Lynn. And we'd like to have Brian share his story about how your dollars are impacting his life. So, Brian Bloom.
Good evening. First, just want to say thank you guys so much for having me. Sure beats college food, so I really appreciate it. But simply put, I would not be able to attend college if it wasn't for the contributions that you guys have made. I first started working in golf during the spring of my sophomore year of high school. I was hired at Gannon Golf Club to work maintenance for Superintendent Steve Murphy. Under him and his assistant's supervision, I learned the importance of a strong work ethic. With Mr. Murphy, the rules were very clear. You show up on time, you get your work done. As many of you know, getting to work on time when you work on a golf course means very, very early in the morning, especially on the weekends. But it was at this time at Gannon where I began to understand that golf was more than just a sport. It provided me an insight into see how the world really worked and how to interact with adults. Most of the golfers that I interacted with were appreciative for the service that we provided to the course and were very courteous to us. There were a few outliers, however, and I'll never forget driving down the 13th fairway, ducking as a ball flew inches from my head, hit the side of my tractor, and I watched the golfers come down, and I expected maybe an apology, but I was instead greeted with a man saying, "You cost me 50 yards, kid." I'll always be grateful to Mr. Murphy and Mr. Platt for the patience that they showed us, to me and the other workers. One time, Mr. Murphy found me attempting to teach myself how to drive standard with a bag of fertilizer in the back with an open tailgate. And he knew that I would always use any excuse possible to practice my skills on the front loader. I'm currently a senior at Stonehill College and a double major in computer science and criminology. I've been on the executive board of Stonehill's Habitat for Humanity chapter for the past 2 years, and I've led the club on 2 week-long service trips for spring break. I worked at Stonehill as a teaching assistant in the computer science department, a student worker in the IT department. Last spring I interned with the Lynn Police Department, working with the Patrol Division and the Drug Task Force, and I'm currently working as a software engineering intern at General Dynamics. Next semester I plan to intern with the Massachusetts Attorney General's Cybercrime Unit. While I'm proud of what I've been able to accomplish in college, the reality is that without the generosity of the Ouimet organization, and particularly you all, this would not be possible for me and so many others. You have given me the ability to have all the experiences, to further my education, and to take advantage of exciting internship and work opportunities, and to give back through Habitat for Humanity. The Ouimet Fund has given me the gift of a college education and so much more. We all know the tremendous financial experience that college has been and the debt that it creates. You have given me the opportunity and the independence to build my own life and make career decisions that will positively impact me and others. I cannot express how grateful I am to have that, and how grateful I am to have you all given that to me. Thank you.
Congratulations,